Hello. Today I'm going to help you determine how much you can request to borrow in federal student loans. These instructions are for students who are attending part-time or fewer than 12 credits each semester. Beginning July 1st, 2026, federal student loans are subject to proration. If you're a returning borrower, this might mean that you're not able to request the same amount you're accustomed to borrowing. The prorations are called Schedule of Reductions, or SOR, or just loan proration, depending on who's referencing them. Here's the formula. The short version of this is that the calculation determines what percentage of full-time you're attending, then prorates your eligibility to that percentage of the maximum loan amount for a full-time student. This image came from the JMU Financial Aid website, which also includes lots of detailed information about how the related legislation and how proration works. We don't expect you to calculate this on your own. We created a calculator you can use to determine how much you can request. There's a link to it on the Blue Ridge Financial Aid website under student loans, as well as from the student loan request form. The calculator asks you to let us know how many credits you plan to take each semester, as well as whether you're a dependent or independent, and whether you're a freshman or sophomore student. Remember, because we are a 2-year college, you can't be a junior or higher. So even if you have a bachelor's or higher degree, or have taken enough credits to be a junior at another institution, with us, you'll always be a freshman or sophomore. If you won't be attending one of the semesters, you can just choose 0 for the number of credits you plan to take that semester. Let's quickly look at a few examples. In this example, we have a student who's a dependent freshman taking 6 credits in fall and 10 credits in spring. The maximum amount this student can borrow is $1,381. If this student has enough financial need to substantiate it, up to $879 of the fall loan can be subsidized, and the remainder will be unsubsidized. In the spring, notice the amounts the student can borrow are higher because the student is taking more credits. In this example, the student either isn't attending or isn't borrowing in the fall semester, and therefore has 0 credits listed for fall. The calculation for a single semester student is slightly different than for a full year student, but our calculator automatically triggers the correct calculation depending on whether there are credits listed for each term. You can see here that the calculator lists only what the student will receive for spring semester. In this example, you can see that the student is independent, so the amount available for 6 fall credits is higher than in the first example we looked at. Similarly, the amount would be even higher if the student was a sophomore. If you're borrowing a student loan, we'll automatically determine if you demonstrate enough financial need for any portion of your loan to be subsidized, and we will automatically make as much of your loan subsidized as we're allowed to based on federal requirements. All you need to do is let us know the total amount you'd like to borrow in federal student loans, and we'll make sure that your package subsidized loans to the extent allowable by federal student law. If you have questions about how student loans are calculated, please feel free to call, email, or stop by our office anytime we're open. We look forward to working with you.